How are you all?
Good, sir.
Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what did we discuss lastly?
Definition. Definition.
Okay.
Planning for.
Anything? So we have two forms of economy. We have initiated or began with the topic called economics in our previous lectures, within which we have seen some basic definitions which every one of you should be aware of. And today onwards we will begin the first topic of our subject, economy. Okay, so we have discussed the syllabus also. Okay, like what has to be covered, what is our agenda as a part of this particular module, everything we have covered. Okay, so if somebody have missed the very first lecture of economy, okay, is there somebody like that? First lecture? You are new. Okay. So only one class was completed previously, so that is also not of high connect significance on the లేదు ఎందుకంటే the reason being we are not connecting anything with which we have discussed in the past classes. Okay, so you will naturally understand everything from today onwards, but from today I can guarantee you one thing: economics is not at all an easy subject. Okay, and also I'll guarantee one more thing. I have excused the previous absentees because only one class was completed. But if you are absent for economy class from tomorrow or the other day, whenever it is scheduled, I can write it and give it to you. You will not get connected with the subject. Is there somebody who is having plans to skip the classes in the future? If you have such plans, it's better to skip today only, because anyways you won't be understanding anything in the coming times. Are you understanding? So be regular is what my point. And today we will start with the very first topic, traditional topic it is. We will begin with the idea of national income. Okay, but today you can see that budget is being presented by the finance minister. Last day we have got economic survey announced by the chief economic advisor. So keeping in mind all these aspects, I mean we have got all the current updates also with regard to the figures also, data also, statistics also, everything will be out by tomorrow today afternoon. Okay, so last class we have got a clarity about economic survey. What is economic survey?
Last year performance.
Very good. Economic survey is the previous year's performance of our economy. What do you mean by budget? Estimated expenditure for the next 1 year is called budget. So all those aspects also will be covering up, but we will start with the very basic thing called national income. Ever heard? If you have heard about national income, tell me, what do you know about this?
It's a total income on by factor of income. It's an aggregate income of factor of normal resident.
Okay.
Accounting.
What do you mean by national income?
The income which comes throughout the year.
Any other? Income which is measured. Okay, done. Anything else? Okay. See, whenever we speak about the idea of national income, yes, in simple terms we can call it as the income of the country. Okay. The country here indicate India. We are speaking about the Indian context only. One more thing. We can say national income is the income of the country, but national income will have a clear-cut definition. It is the total value of all the final goods and services produced within India within 1 year of time. What I said? It is the value of all the final goods and services produced within India within a period of 1 year. I am using the term total. Whenever I speak about the term called total, it indicates in economic sense with a different connotation called gross. What do you mean by total? Gross. Total is nothing but gross only. Okay, one more thing, just understand. I am saying it is a total value of all the final goods and services. I am using one another term here called final goods and services. Okay, for example, you might have heard of something called cotton. Okay, cotton will become cloth. Cloth will become shirt. For example, you might have heard of steel. Okay, steel will become car. Suppose you might have heard of flour. Flour will become biscuit or cake. Okay, what I am saying here, this cotton, this steel, this flour, all of them are not the final goods. They are known as what? Intermediate goods. What do we call them? Intermediate goods. Here you see, be it a shirt, be it a car, be it a biscuit. Everything are considered to be final. Final items, final goods. Yes or no? So, the national income will be taking into account only the final goods but not intermediate goods. If we go by definition, final goods. Final goods are those goods which does not undergo further transformation. What I said? Final goods are the goods which does not undergo future transformation. That is called final good. See, the shirt, will it go for any further transformation? Absolutely not. Car, any further transformation? No. That is the reason national income takes into account only the value of final goods and services. One more thing, just remember. For example, we have a company called MRF. Let us suppose that we have a company called MRF. Okay. MRF is a company which is involved in tire manufacturing. Okay. Now, suppose there is a company called Maruti. Okay. Maruti is a company which is involved in car manufacturing. Maruti in yesterday, it will be involved in car manufacturing. Okay. To manufacture a car, within Maruti, this tire has to be inserted. Yes or no? But also remember, MRF as a company, for MRF as a company, this tire is a final good for them. For example, I am MRF. For me, if I bring rubber and I make a tire, for me, tire is a final good. So, one entity's final good may be other entity's intermediate good. The point has to be understood. क्या बोला मैंने? One entity's intermediate good may be other entity's final good. Similarly, one entity's final good may be other entity's intermediate good also. The definition goes actually like this. So you should understand very clearly in what sense the national income is taking into account. So to calculate the national income, we are having different aggregates. For the very first time, the idea of national income within India was calculated by a person called Dadabhai Naoroji. Who is the first person to calculate national income? Dadabhai Naoroji. In 1867-1868, he had involved in calculation of national income. That was completely technical approach he has followed, non-scientific approach he has followed, non-statistical approach he has followed. There is no clear-cut standard, there is no clear-cut formula or a definition by which he have announced the national income of the country. He at the time, Dadabhai Naoroji in 1867-68 have announced that the national income of the country would be on the basis of the income of all the population within the country. And you also know very well that if we divide the total national income by total population, we will be deriving per capita income. What do we get there? Per capita income. Per capita income means what? National income by total population. In 1867-68, Dadabhai Naoroji have announced that the per capita income in India is around rupees 20. How much he said? It is around rupees 20 as said by Dadabhai Naoroji. But that does not have any scientific approach. He did not say in what calculation I have did to get the per capita income or national income or something else. But for the very first time, with scientific approach, with technical approach, with calculating approach, national income was calculated for the first time by a person called V.K.R.V. Rao. Who is the person? V.K.R.V. Rao. But that is also not to be taken into the final consideration. That also did not went well. That is the reason we have rejected the proposal given by V.K. Rao or V.K.R.V. Rao something. So, second person to calculate national income in scientific method, first person is V.K.R.V. Rao. Overall second person to calculate national income is also V.K.R.V. Rao. First person to go for the approach of calculating of national income in scientific method is who? V.K.R.V. Rao. Overall first person is who? Dadabhai Naoroji. Clear all of you? Later on, the traditional method what we are doing today. Okay, we will just go to the methods of calculating of national income. We will discuss about income method, expenditure method and product method. That is a value added method also. All the methods we are going to discuss in a short while. But before that, if you see, P.C. Mahalanobis is one another pioneer person who is involved in the process of calculation of national income also. National Planning Committee we have set up something. We will discuss all those things also. So, to get a clear-cut clarity on national income, one another thing need to be noted. Okay, there are several aggregates which gives us the performance of our national income. Okay, the aggregates of national income are GDP, NDP, GNP and NNP. What are the different aggregates we use for calculation of national income? GDP, NDP, GNP and NNP. GDP, let's see one by one and you will get a clear-cut clarity now. See, Jaratha Vinalandaru. GDP means what? Gross domestic product or gross domestic production. Both are same. Here I am using the term called gross. What I said, gross means total. Domestic means what? Very good. India, total production within India within a period of one financial year. Financial year in India is April 1st to March 31st. What is the financial year of agriculture? For agriculture financial year is July 1st to June 30th. What is the calendar year? January 1st to December 31st. Very good. Okay. So, within a period of 1 year, whatever the production happened, that is called what? GDP. Okay. But another thing, just understand. To produce something, for example, I am involving in the process of production of a pen, let us suppose. Okay. To manufacture a pen, a good called pen, what all I require? I require first of all land. I require investment. Okay. I require machinery. Yes or no? I require labor. Okay. I require marketing also. I will be in need of transportation also. All these activities are involved. Okay. And putting all the costs, I will fix the cost of a pen is rupees 10. Okay. And within this 10 rupees, I will also be putting certain profit margin. Clear all of you? So I cannot directly give, if the cost of production is 10, I cannot declare the cost of pen is also 10. I should put what? Profit margin as well. Okay, just understand. If for example, we see machinery or we see land, for example, okay, to manufacture a pen we have brought one machine. Let us suppose we have brought from Germany. Okay, this machine was brought in the year 2012 and right now we are in the year 2023. Okay, the value of this machine in 2012 was 1 lakh. Now in 2023, will the value of the machine be same 1 lakh?
No, sir.
It will increase?
Decrease, sir.
Increase or decrease?
Decrease.
It will fall down. You buy a car in 2012 and sell it in 2023. Will the price be same or declined?
Decline.
It will naturally get declined. Okay. Land, the assessment of the land. Value of land will go high, but performance of the land may go down. Just understand very carefully. What I am saying, value of the land may go high, but the performance, tilling and everything may go down. So whatever is in the declining state, that will be called what? Depreciation. What do we call ma? Depreciation. Okay. So what is GDP? Total production within India within a period of 1 year. Okay. Understand? Here, if we come up with the idea of NDP, NDP means net domestic product or net domestic production. Okay. NDP means GDP minus depreciation. What is NDP? GDP minus depreciation. Depreciation is nothing but wear and tear. Depreciation is nothing but what? In your NCRTs, they will write it like wear and tear of the goods. Is this clear to all of you? Any good that is being produced, any good that is being manufactured way back, currently the value of that good will naturally fall down. Understand? Again, very carefully, just understand. If you are in your examination, they are not asking NDP. Suppose they are asking you depreciation. If they ask you what is depreciation, then can you write depreciation will be equal to GDP minus NDP? Anacha? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. GDP is equal to NDP plus depreciation, Anacha? Can we call like this also? GDP is equal to NDP plus depreciation. So any permutation and combination, if the questions are being framed or created, then you should be there in a position to address them or answer them. Okay, just understand. Now comes another important factor called GNP. What is GNP? GNP is nothing but gross national product. What is GNP? Gross national product. Are you okay? Gross national product. If I say that, for example, I am there. Okay. I am working in India. Suppose. In future, I am shifting to Australia. Just suppose. Okay. To teach anything, polity, economy, history, geography, something like that. Okay. If I shift to the other countries, then I would be earning in other country. But I am a resident of India only. It does not mean I am a foreigner. If I go to Australia, I will not become Australian. I will be an Indian only. If that is the case, I will earn in abroad. Okay. Abroad earnings may be in dollar, maybe euro, maybe pound, maybe yen, maybe dinar, something like that. Any foreign currency, any foreign earnings, what I make, if I send it back to India, okay, listen very carefully. Whatever the foreign currency that will be coming back to India, that will be known as remittances. What do we call that? Remittances. Again, understand. GDP means the total production within India within a period of 1 year. Now the question arises. Total production within India within a period of 1 year is called GDP. That's okay. Very good. Understood. No doubt at all. What if a foreigner resides in India? A foreigner establishes a company in India and he earns in India. Will that also be counted in our GDP?
No, sir. No, sir. It's not counted in our country. It's not counted.
If Google set up its company in Hyderabad and Google is earning big profits, will the earning of Google be calculated in our GDP? Is my question. It is coming in the form of FDI, foreign direct investment.
Not counted in GDP.
Consider the following statements. Right on. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Right in the first statement. First statement right on. If a foreigner earns in India, if a foreigner earns in India, if a foreigner earns in India, that will be counted in, that will be counted in, that will be counted in, that will be counted in India's GDP. That will be counted in India's GDP. Right in the second statement, the earnings by Indian embassy, the earnings by Indian embassy in USA, will be counted in India's GDP. Will be counted in India's GDP. Will be counted in India's GDP. Question is clear? Options you know very well. Option A, only one. Option B, only two. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, none of the above. Okay now. Right. So tell me, how many of you with option A? Okay. B? Right. C? Alright. And D? Okay. What is the first statement? See, I have given you a clear definition. The total value of all final goods and services produced within India within a period of 1 year. Did I anywhere write produced by Indians? Did I anywhere write it is a value earned by Indians? Nowhere. Are you getting the point? Just understand. For example, if a foreigner comes to India and he represents in IPL, Indian Premier League, okay, many cricket teams like Royal Challengers Bangalore, Mumbai Indians and other cricket teams, are buying this foreign player by paying him some money like 10 crore, 12 crore, 5 crore, 2 crore, like that. And it is his earning in terms of rupee. He is earning in India. The value is being created in India only. Whenever this happens, even if the foreigner earns in India, that shall be counted in India's GDP. Clear all of you? Always remember, if there is a lady called Priyanka Chopra, you might have heard. She's a famous tennis player. Huh? Priyanka Chopra, okay, Bollywood actress. Now settled in USA. She married to. Very good, very good. So Priyanka Chopra have got settled in USA. She earns in United States of America. Okay, obviously she does earn in the terms of dollar. Okay, and this dollar will be coming to India in the form of remittances. Okay, Priyanka Chopra, suppose if she is earning some $1,000 in USA, this $1,000, always remember, this $1,000 will be calculated in the GDP of USA. Also, it will be calculated in GNP of India. Clear? If for example, here also, Chris Gale, let's suppose, Chris Gale is from West Indies, I suppose. Chris Gale, okay. Chris Gale, if he is being bought in India, he is earning 5 crores in India. These 5 crores will be calculated in GDP of India, and the same 5 crores will be calculated in GNP of West Indies. Clear everyone? So now comes the definition. See, gross national product. It means GDP plus net factor income from abroad. What is the definition of GNP? GDP plus net factor income from abroad. If we wanted to remove the depreciation, okay, then if we will be deriving with what? NNP. NNP meaning is what? GNP minus depreciation. What I am saying? Net national product. Depreciation means wear and tear we should remove. Then only we will get net, no? Otherwise not. Okay. So can I write like GDP plus net factor income from abroad minus depreciation will be called NNP? Can I write like this also? Children, just see the board. What I said, NNP is equal to GNP minus depreciation. GNP means this only, no? GNP means GDP plus net factor income from abroad. Okay. So I am subtracting what there? Depreciation. Then I will be deriving with what? NNP. Net national product. I am writing the definition here. NNP is equal to GDP plus NFIA, meaning net factor income from abroad. What is factor income? I will just come to the point. Okay. Minus depreciation. Okay. Now, looking at this formula, you should come to a conclusion. Is that NNP is nothing but national income. What you should understand there? In our country or any country for that reason, what derives national income? Though all of them, be GDP, be GNP, NDP, NNP, everything are the aggregates of national income only. But the clear-cut definition of national income can be derived by what? NNP. NNP gives us the real national income. Are you getting the point very clear? Why? Because ultimately income is something which is excluding the expenses. Something what remains with us. Okay, if you are cracking UPSC and you will be shown on papers your gross salary and your net salary. Okay, looking at the gross salary you will never feel happy. But something what you get you will feel happy, no? Something what you receive is net salary. Getting the point? So here also, gross domestic product, I say India's GDP is somewhere around 203 lakh crore. Today's the figure will be out within I think it is already out, but we are in the class. 11 o'clock the budget started. I am saying India's GDP size is 203 lakh crore. But never we derive our GDP in that terms. Last year it was somewhere around because of the pandemic, we have declined something. We have drastically gone down. 197 lakh crore is our GDP size. Okay, so worldwide, if we compare worldwide, okay, if I say 197 lakh crore also, if I say 200 lakh crore also, it is the size of our GDP, meaning it is a contribution made by each and every individual. All Indians, 130 crore population, whoever are available in India, their contribution to the country is nothing but our GDP. But only we consider the manufacturing classes, the working classes, the salaried classes, the pensioners, everyone, their income will be the national income of the country. National income does not indicate, again remember, GDP figure, if it is 197 lakh crore, you should never think that this 197 lakh crore goes into the pocket of Modi. No. This 197 lakh crore is the size of our GDP. But what is truly going into the pocket of Modi or BJP government or the central government? It is somewhere around 30 lakh crore, 35 lakh crore, 34 lakh crore. That is what we call it as the budget. If for example. But we are yesterday IMF have projected that India's growth, currently India will be growing at 7% growth rate, and next year India will be growing at 6 to 6.8%. This is all the projections given by different organizations, like be it ADB, Asian Development Bank, be it RBI, be it SBI, be it IMF, World Bank, Moody's, Fitch, Standard & Poor, everyone have suggested that India's growth rate is projected to be the next year 6 to 6.8%. But we consider IMF as the best indicator for categorizing our growth rate, and that is the reason we have said this year India will grow at 7% growth rate, next year India will be growing at 6.8% growth rate. Now the question arises, I am saying 7%, 6.8%. But when I say any percentage is of something, no. It is 7% of what? 6% of what? Huh? On base year? Achha, we'll come with nominal and real little later. For example, see, suppose there is a person. This person is studying in 9th standard. Okay. In 9th standard, out of 1000, he scored 500 marks. And in his 10th standard, out of 1000, suppose he scored 600 marks. Vinala. Last year he scored 500 by 1000. This year he scored 600 by 1000. How much score he increased? 100. 100 is what percentage of growth? What is the, it is grown, no? Growth, no? Last year kana, year he have shown growth. By what percentage you have grown ante cheptaru? Previous year తో కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటే what percentage of growth he has achieved? Oh my God. I am not dealing with economics. I am asking you a simple calculation. You have CSAT also? Qualifying. Okay. You can qualify with English also. If you are perfect with English also, then your job will be done. And nowhere else we will involve with mathematics. Any marks పెరిగినాయి? How many marks are increased? 100 marks. 100 marks is what percentage? 10%. His growth is 10%. Simple. Clear all of you? Compared to the previous year, his growth is 10%. For example, I say, similarly, India's GDP is 200 lakh crore this year. Next year, it is 210 lakh crore. Then we can compare the percentage growth. That is how we do. Can inkokati, just understand. We never indicate our GDP size in these figures because we are competing worldwide. Being 7% growth, achieving 7% growth is what? Right now, India is the largest economy in the world. Clear all of you? And when we are calling, India is gaining, India is growing, in what sense? Again, you should understand this point also. Never we indicate in 200 lakh crore, never we indicate in 197 lakh crore, never we indicate in 198 lakh crore. Always, we should compete with the world. Okay, you are saying, yes, India is the 5th largest. First maybe some country, second maybe some country, third maybe some country. Okay, so the worldwide assumption, if our GDP size is 197 lakh crore, it should be divided by dollar. What we should do? It should be divided by dollar. Meaning the value of dollar. 197 lakh crore. If the value of dollar today is 75 rupees, then we will divide it with that value. Then we will be getting a clear-cut value, like for example, $2.1 trillion or $2.2 trillion. We are putting a target to achieve $5 trillion. Likewise. That is how we are going to compare our growth projections with the foreign countries. So if you understand technically, what is the best indicator of national income? NNP. Clear all of you? Now in future we will be discussing NNP market price and also NNP at factor cost. Both these definitions we'll understand very clearly. Okay, but for time being, just remember that the aggregates or the factors of national income are GDP, NDP, GNP and NNP. Start writing. National income. Write down. National income is the national income is the income of the country which is contributed by different sections oblique sectors, different sectors will have. Okay, national income together will be calculating on the basis of different sectors like agriculture, primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. Okay, primary sector will have agriculture and allied activities. Here we'll have manufacturing and industries. Here we have services, trade, hotel, everything will be a part of that. Okay, different sections or sectors. full stop, full stop. Here only we will write national income by population is equal to PCI, per capita income. Write down. National income divided by population is equal to PCI, that is per capita income. National income by total population will be giving us what? Per capita income. Talasari Adayam. Per capita, per individual's income. Clear all of you? You will be observing these trends or these figures sometime if you get time, go with the statistics also. India's GDP size will be around 200 lakh crore. But if we go with per capita income, then the reality comes out. Today, before coming to this class, Nirmala Sitharaman was speaking, saying that India is this position in the worldwide in production of food grains, in production of horticulture, in production of fisheries, in production of meat, poultry, etc., etc., etc. India is number one. And we are almost 200 lakh crore of GDP. And we are presenting the budget for almost 35 lakh crore. And all the parliamentarians, whoever are sitting back to Nirmala Sitharaman, are started clapping on the benches. But Nirmala Sitharaman will never ever give in the budget speech the figures of per capita income. Because if she does give the figures of per capita income, the reality comes out. Yes. So per capita income, if for example, if we divide 197 lakh crore by 130 crore also, the per capita income comes out to be somewhere around 1 lakh to 1,20,000, meaning 7,000, 8,000 per month, which is nowhere sufficient for a human survival. Okay, and that too will never be divided. Per capita income is just an assumption, it is not a reality. That's why I say, in our syllabus we had economy, not economics. What we are dealing with is economics right now. Okay, but without this you cannot get a clarity on economy. That's the reason we are continuing our discussion in the same way. Okay, in Ipna? National income by total population is equal to per capita income. Next item. National income can be accounted. National income can be accounted. National income can be accounted. In India, by collecting the final figures, from come to the next line, right? Primary sector. Next line में आके लिखो primary sector, that is, नीचे आके लिखो primary sector. उसमें क्या क्या आएगा लिखेंगे ना? Agriculture, primary sector, agriculture, forestry, fishing, animal husbandry, ఆవులు బర్రెలు ఇవన్నీ, animal husbandry, mining and quarrying, తవ్వకాలు, mining and quarrying, KGF. Okay, then I done secondary sector, manufacturing, industries, electricity, gas, water supply, construction. Then I done tertiary sector, meaning services, no. Tertiary sector, trade, hotel, transportation, communication, finances, real estate, public administration. Clear? All these will be a part of tertiary sector. So what I am saying, to calculate the national income, whatever we have said, agriculture, fishery, forestry, animal husbandry, mining and quarrying, all these activities. Okay, in secondary sector we have said construction, we have said manufacturing, we have said industries, gas, water supply, everything. Okay, so in tertiary sector we have said trade, hotel and others. So all of them will be submitting their final value. Clear all of you? And that final value together will be computed into the form of national income. Right now, historically, national income was for the very first time calculated. National income was for the very first time calculated by Dadabhai Naoroji. In 1868, which did not follow Dadabhai Naoroji. He is what? Second president of INC. Okay, very good. Very good. Drain of wealth theory is proposed by Dadabhai Naoroji. He is economist. He is old man also. Grand old man. In April? Any scientific approach which did not follow any scientific approach. Right on. For the first time, scientific method. Next line. For the first time, scientific method was used in 1931-32. Was used in 1931-32 by V.K.R.V. Rao. Scientific method ద్వారా లెక్కించిన మొట్టమొదటి వ్యక్తి ఎవరంటే V.K.R.V. Rao. Overall గా first person to calculate national income was Dadabhai Naoroji. Right on. His method also was not satisfactory. Right on. He calculated at the time. He ante evaru? V.K.R.V. Rao. Okay. He calculated at that time only by considering primary and secondary sectors. Only by considering primary and secondary sectors. Primary sector and secondary sector, because there was no services. Look at the time period what we are speaking about. 1931. India did not gain independence also. Yes or no? India got independence very recently. 2000? ఎప్పుడు? 1990? 1947. Very good. Clear? We got independence from? So they were all, whatever the national income estimates, proposals I am providing, with VKRV Rao or with Dadabhai Naoroji, they were involved during the British era only. Okay. In April? He considered, VKRV Rao only considered primary and secondary, but currently we are taking three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector also. Okay. Next item. According to him, PCI per capita income is rupees 62. Is rupees 62. According to Dadabhai Naoroji, kitna tha? Rupees 20. Very good. According to Dadabhai Naoroji, it is rupees 20. Well, according to VKRV Rao, it is rupees 62. Clear? Next item. Next item. Later on, the first official attempt to calculate national income was done by National Income Committee. This is officially what we are speaking about. National Income Committee. It is actually इसका chairman था PC Mahalanobis and DR Gadgil, VKRV Rao were the other two members of National Income Committee. Who is the chairman of that? PC Mahalanobis, very notable person. We will bring him when we go to planning. PC Mahalanobis, where DR Gadgil and VKRV Rao. Intamundu we have discussed, no? Do you know VKRV Rao? First person to calculate national income scientifically. Very good. Right down. National Income Committee submitted its first report in 1951 where our national income stood at 8,710 crore. Where our national income stood at 8,710 crore, and PCI rupees 225, and PCI rupees 225. 8,710 crore was the national income of India during 1951. At the immediate pace of our independence, at the immediate period of our independence. Are you getting the point very clear? 8,710 crores. Clear? So, today we are having the budget outlay at 35 lakh crore. You can understand how we have grown. Not just India, every country have grown. If you look at this 75 years of period, every country have experienced or witnessed the growth because of the price changes, because of the inflationary rates and everything, definitely naturally the figures will seem very big at the time. The monthly income of a person in 1950s was something around 300-400 rupees. Now that 300-400 rupees will be your pocket money per day. So you can, it does not mean you are grown. And also it does not mean India have grown. But it is because of the price changes. The value of goods is becoming more, becoming great, and value of currency is declining actually. Are you getting? There was a situation in 1955-1956 where India and United States of America, we used to pay per dollar rupees 4 or rupees 5. Today, we are paying per dollar close to 80 rupees, 82 rupees. I understand. If we are paying 82 rupees per dollar, are we growing? Yes or no? There was a meme yesterday. 82 rupees per dollar. Nirmala Sitharaman says, India is so rich that India is giving 82 rupees. Where during Jawaharlal Nehru we used to give only 3 rupees, 4 rupees. So, keep it away. Per capita. According to National Income Committee. Who is the chairman of this committee? PC Mahalanobis. Who are the members of this committee? VK.R.V. Rao and D.R. Gadgil. Gadgil is also a very important person for us. We will discuss Gadgil-Mukherjee formula. Very soon this person will also appear in our further notes also. Okay. National Income Committee have accounted per capita income to be how much? Right. Which among the following, question likho. Question hai na? If I ask which, what, why, where, how, they are all question tags. Okay. Which among the following ministry is involved in the process of calculating, national income. Involved in the process of calculating national income. Option A, Ministry of Finance. Option B, Ministry of Statistics. Option C, Ministry of Commerce. Option D, Ministry of Revenue. Clear? Done. Tell me.
Ministry of Statistics.
How many of you think A, B, C, and D? The correct answer is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. The complete name is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Clear of you? Otherwise, earlier we used to have Department of Statistics. Right now it itself has become a separate ministry. Okay. Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Okay. Who will compute the data?
NSS.
Very good. The data, see, Somebody should go and collect the data, no? If national income is 200 lakh crore, somebody should get all the figures, data associated with this particular objective. Okay. So this will be done by NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization, and CSO, that is Central Statistical Office. Okay. Right now in the year 2019, what we have done is we have merged these two and created a new body called NSO, National Statistical Office. Clear all of you? So right now who is helping Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation to compute the data of all India? That is done by NSO. Okay, right down. This ministry is assisted by This ministry is assisted by CSO, Central Statistical Office. Central Statistical Office. See, chronology you should very clearly understand. What I said earlier, National Income Committee will be computing the accounts, will be computing the data. This much you know, no? Okay. Immediately from National Income Committee, the objective of calculating national income was shifted to CSO. Okay. So, PC Mahalanobis did not continue for long period. The NIC did not continue for long period. Later on, the purpose, the agenda was fulfilled by a separate body known as CSO. Okay. Central Statistical Office, and 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 NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. NSSO meaning National Sample Survey Organization. National Sample Survey Organization. Right done. In the year 2019, CSO and NSSO are merged. CSO and NSSO are merged and created NSO, National Statistical Office. Right on. Office, huh? Right on. Earlier in 2005, National Statistical Commission was created. National Statistical Commission was created. National Statistical Commission was created. National Statistical Commission was created to reduce the problems associated with statistical calculations. Okay, what is the name of the body? National Statistical Commission. Okay. The question is asked in this way. National Statistical Commission is created in India after the recommendation of Rangarajan Committee. Who have recommended to set up this National Statistical Commission? Rangarajan Committee. Bracket mein likho. After recommended by Rangarajan Committee. After recommended by Rangarajan Committee. After recommended by Rangarajan Committee. Clear everyone? Okay. Next item. after recommended by Rangarajan committee. Next it national income. National income will be calculated national income will be calculated on the basis of following aggregates. Aggregate meaning types. Following aggregates. We'll write GDP, NDP, GNP and NNP. First one is GDP. Full form write down gross domestic product or gross domestic production. Both are same. Write down. It is the total production. Within our country within a period of one financial year. Yes or no? Within a period of one financial year. What do you mean by financial year here? April 1st to March 31st. Within one financial year. Right. It will count under GDP. It will count the value of final goods and services but not the intermediate goods. Yes or no? But not the intermediate goods, because it will result into what? Double counting. But not the value of intermediate goods. It will only be accounting the final value of goods and services, but not the intermediate value. Clear all of you? See, again you should understand. So, what I said, it is a total production happened within the vicinity of India. Okay. For example, in India we have agriculture and allied activities. It will take place here. We have public administration, we have real estate, we have manufacturing, we have industry, we have construction, we have water supply, so on and so forth. Okay. All these activities are seen taken place within India. Okay. For example, India have captured some part of Pakistan. Assume. Will the production here be also calculated in national income? Yes. Suppose India have purchased a land in France, suppose, and certain activities are taking place in this land, and India is earning some money. Will this money also be calculated in national income? Yes. Suppose if India is having a embassy, suppose in South America, okay, and this embassy is also giving some money, will this be counted in national income? Yes. Suppose India have set up a company called ONGC. Assume ONGC, it is being oil and natural gas. Okay, it is being set up in Saudi Arabia, suppose, and they are earning. It's an Indian company. They will earn. Will this be counted in national income? Yes. For example, Indian ship or Indian aircraft is traveling outside India, and that ship or that aircraft will be earning. Will that be counted in national income? Yes. So whatever, the territory definition is very important. Territory here means not just within the vicinity of India, but also the India's property abroad. Are you getting the point? It is a property of India, it is a property of India, it is also the property of India. Okay, write down. Continue writing. Write down. The territory of India indicate the territory of India indicate the territory of India indicate within geographical vicinity 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 and also Indian properties abroad and also the Indian properties abroad and also the Indian properties abroad and also the Indian properties abroad. Example, embassies. Example, embassies, PSUs which are set up abroad, I mean. PSUs. ఇవి రాయండి. చెప్తా ఎన్ఆర్ఐ ఇన్కమ్ ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను, జిఎన్పిలో రాద్దాం. ఓకే, ఏం చెప్పినా? పిఎస్యూస్, aircrafts, ships, etc. Clear all of you? Okay. So later on we will actually go to a different aspect called nominal GDP, real GDP. Okay. What is nominal, what is real, we should understand. For example, see, broadly we will understand now, because when we go to the technicality, more and more detailed we will understand. But just a broad picture I will give you. For example, suppose within India we are taking 2 years, 2020-21, 2021-22. 2 సంవత్సరాలు తీసుకుందాం. ఓకే, వాట్ యు మీన్ బై జీడిపి? టోటల్ ప్రొడక్షన్ విత్ ఇన్ అ కంట్రీ. దిస్ మచ్ యు నో. ఓకే, సో for example in 2020-21, let us suppose that India's GDP is completely dependent only on one sector. Okay, oka sector lo maatrame India's GDP is dependent. Let us suppose agriculture sector. Okay, within agriculture sector, what India outcome will be there? Food grains. Okay, we'll produce paddy, we'll produce wheat, we'll produce pulses, cereals, etc. Okay, let us suppose food grains is the only source of income to India. Okay, and for example, the in 2020-21 we have produced 100 kgs of food grains, and each kg is costing ₹10. Okay, what I said, 100 kgs of food grains we have produced, and each kg is costing ₹10. What will be the GDP of India? What will be the GDP of India? You are saying 1000. How? You are saying 1000. Okay, that is correct. How? 100 into 10 you have did. Did I ask you to do? Adigina? I haven't asked you, no? But you have done on your own and you have said this is the GDP. That is a truth only, that is a reality only. Looking at the figures only, you yourself have said GDP is nothing but quantity into price. Okay. For example, next year we have increased it to 200 kg and the price is rupees 10. What will be the GDP next year? Rupees 2000. For example, next year 2022-2023, let us suppose we have increased to 300 kg and we have decreased to 80 kgs and the price is 20 rupees. How much it comes? Clear? Price is 30 suppose. How much it comes? Rupees 2400. Very good. See. In the first scenario, I have 100 kg and price. This is the GDP. Second scenario, I have increased the production. Yes or no? Production perigina taginda? Perigindi. Production I have increased and GDP also increased. Third scenario, look at production is decreased but GDP have increased. Are you getting the point very clear? Production is in decline in the third scenario but GDP have got increased. So you yourself are calculating. Oh, what you are saying? GDP is equal to quantity into price. What you are taking? Quantity of, here 1000 if it is coming, quantity of 2020-21 and price of 2020-21. 2020-21 is the quantity of current year, 2020-21 is the price of current year. So whenever we say GDP is equal to quantity of current year into price of current year, that will be called nominal GDP. What do we call that? Nominal GDP. Similarly, if we take, for example, we will be declaring a particular year as a base year. What do you mean by base year? A base year is a year which does not undergo any drastic fluctuations. A normal year will be called as a base year. A normal year without any losses, without any drastic changes, that will be called a base year. For example, government have declared 2011-12 as the base year. For example, in 2011-12, we have fixed the price at rupees 15. Assume the price at rupees 15. Now, to calculate the GDP, 100 into 15 we should do. 100 in 200 into 15 we should do. 80 into 15 we should do. Okay, just understand. What I am doing? Quantity of current year into price of base year. What I am doing? Quantity of current year into price of base year. If I do this so for GDP, I will be getting real GDP. What I will derive? Real GDP. Is this coming very clear to all of you? Nominal GDP means quantity of current and price of current. Real GDP means quantity of current but price will be taken off base year. If you have this clarity, in the further, whenever I say nominal and real, you should be able to cope up with my discussion. Okay, come on, write down. In Japana? Territory and ఏందో అర్థమైపోయింది. Write down. Write these definitions also directly. You can write, no? What is nominal? What is real? Nominal ante directly definition write. Quantity of current year into price of current year. Okay, real GDP means quantity of current year into price of base year. Quantity of current year into price of the base year. In India, presently base year is 2011-12. Currently the base year is what? 2011-12. Is that coming very clear to all of you? Yes, everyone? Okay. So after this, what we will do is, we should write about, we should understand the calculation of GDP. We have got three methods, which are again technical things. Okay. We will be understanding about the idea of product method, expenditure method, and income method. Three methods of calculating GDP we will understand. After that, we will go to other definitions like NDP, GNP, NNP, other definitions also will derive. And we should go with the idea of GDP deflator, inflation and GDP relation. Also we will come up with the GVA calculation, gross value added calculation also we should do, because that is the most popular question again and again UPSC is asking, and again people are getting confused also. Okay, so we will discuss about the idea of GVA, and we will also come up with circular flow of income. That is very important concept to be discussed at the very beginning. So circular flow of income. So all these technical discussions we should do. But today, since it is a budget day, I should take another session of budget now. So we will stop it for here today. Next class again we will continue with the same discussion, national income. It is not completed. It is just started. Clear all of you? It's a very lengthy discussion which we are going to do, because nowadays what is happening is UPSC have changed its trend. Okay. Earlier what used to be there, if UPSC wanted to ask economic questions, they used to ask only from two popular chapters. They were very popular chapters, like one is the primary market, secondary market, that is the capital markets, and the other chapter was inflation. But right now UPSC have been asking all the traditional aspects. Okay, traditional aspects means this all, national income also, growth and development also, taxation, earlier taxations also, how the taxes used to work in the pre-independence era, all those discussions we'll do. And if you look at any UPSC standard book, okay, like you might have heard, like for UPSC preparation we should take Ramesh Singh. होता है क्या Ramesh Singh, yes, as she said, it is a lengthy book, but also if it is giving a score, पूरा पढ़ेंगे, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, लेकिन that particular book is not also rewarding good amount of questions. Are you getting the point? Because वो इतना मोटा है, that is so fat book, where half the book is given only for money markets. Clear all of you? Concept is not clear there. Concept कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आता. NCERT पढ़ रहे मतलब, sorry, रमेश सिंह पढ़ रहे मतलब उससे पहले आपको NCERT भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Then you will cope up with that. And that's the reason I don't actually recommend to go for Ramesh Singh if you ask me. But two other books which I find good nowadays in the market are, one is Nitin Singhania. Economy book is very good, to the point, and it is actually solving all of our questions in preliminary examination. That is one. And the other also I recommend, I don't know, it is getting recorded, but still I'll cut it later. You can also go with Sriram's IAS economy book. Okay, that is also good one in the market. Two of them, either of one. Okay, no, don't go for two of them. हाँ बस है काफ़ी. Clear all of you? Nitin Singhania, you take, update it with budget and economic survey. Our task will be done. Clear everyone? So tomorrow also we will continue with the similar discussion, national income. So can I leave? With your permissions. Thank you so much all of you. अरे